Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have the data download here. We can go ahead and take a look at a lot of the fun stuff we got going on. We have this UI Goku versus Jiren wallpaper, and that is the title screen as well for Tanabata. I would say chances are very good that Jiren will be the Part 2 LR. I mean, especially if they got him on the title screen and stuff like this, like that is where it kind of just does feel like Jiren is going to be Part 2. I would not say that, like, Hit or Kefla is a 0% chance. I feel like Kefla is, like, really not likely. Hit, probably not so much either. And then Jiren, most likely, right? In terms of when they come out, we have just a little bit over 24 hours until they actually drop. Kind of an unusual time right here. 12 a.m. tomorrow night for UI Goku. And then we have the free-to-play characters, Band Unit Dispo, and then we also have the LR Team Universe 7, which is a few days away right there. I mean, I guess we could just take a look at them. So, again, UI Goku seems to me to just generally be like a top 4-ish level character, top 5. Definitely going to want to use him quite a bit, kind of like see how he's going to perform. Now, in base, I think he's just going to kind of be like an elite character. Kind of probably will feel a bit like one of the 6th anniversary LR EZAs, right? Like kind of like on that level. But once you pop his domain and then you go here, this is where it's like very silly. So every time Goku dodges, he counterattacks. And that is going to be silly. And then you're talking about a character that, you know, his first turn, he has 100% dodge, and then he's countering every single attack. And after turns after that, he'd have damage reduction, guard. Really the only thing holding me back from being like, oh yeah, he's number 1 for sure, is I'm not super high on the transformation condition, which is turn 5 from the start of turn. It is a major issue. Right now, a lot of the fights are ending around turn 5, turn 6, turn 7 territory. So I think honestly, at 99% of fights, maybe we're only going to see 1 turn out of this guy. The team build, of course, would factor into that. And I mean, one good thing about UI Goku here is that he really, in terms of like conditions and stuff like that, it is just have 1 Universal Survival Saga ally in the team, which is not, that's not a problem. Because we have several that are very good, very top tier. So, I mean, he's, you know, we can generally be able to rock him on pretty much all of his category teams here. And he's going to be able to work at full power. So it's like, if we're running a really weak team, you know, we could probably get a couple of turns of UI Goku. Now, I do anticipate that the new Tournament of Power Supreme Battle Spectacle will presumably end with a fight completely built around this kit, and presumably the hardest fight in the game, too. So I could very easily see things kind of like, I guess, kind of like the meta, just the way it feels, to shift a little bit more in this guy's favor, more so than like Beast and Cell Max, which it feels like the way they're situated is like exactly what you want to be, but we'll see how it's going to go once we get those new fights. And then remember, we very likely will get new fights for Worldwide Download Celebration as well. So these are things to really understand and really keep in mind there. All right, so there's UI Goku. Again, he's just going to be very, very good. Top 5 level character for sure. I mean, we have a lot of like missions and stuff like that. We could look at some of them. Looks like we're going to get more EX missions. These are related to the Supreme Battle Spectacle. It says Stage 6. So we'll see what that fight exactly is going to be here. Alright, so what we've got here is, this is actually going to be, this is the UI Goku stage of the first Supreme Battle Spectacle. That's what the EX missions are. This is for the EGL UI Goku Supreme Battle Spectacle stage. I sometimes do the showcase fights in either the Vegeta stage or the UI Goku stage. We have this is the new Supreme Battle Spectacle right here. Stage 1 against Master Roshi. Stage 2 is against 1718. Stage 3 is against Gohan and Piccolo. And then Stage 4 is against Evolution Blue Vegeta. So he does indeed have a second stage. We have seen this before. 7th anniversary, they had Red Zone Cooler from the first Cooler movie as part of the 7th anniversary. And then we had a Red Zone Cooler stage as part of the Worldwide Download Celebration that year, the Cooler movie Worldwide Download Celebration. Just beat the stages, and then beat Stage 4 with the Universal Rival Saga team, and then Stage 4 with, Legendary Existence? Okay. Legendary Existence, huh? Okay. I guess you could just use a UI Goku team mostly for that. It is, 5 Legendary Existence. If Vegeta is already going to be Stage 4, then, what else could we get? Topo, another UI, Goku and Frieza. The Goku and Frieza stage could have 17, Angel Gold and Frieza, Jiren, obviously. I would assume if Jiren is the Part 2 LR, it's funny, it'd be a second Part 2 LR in Tanabata. If Jiren was the Part 2 LR, I would think that, the new LR arts and stuff like that would probably be the final stage here, but we'll see. So there's that. We can just go through more of these missions here. All right, so let's go through more of these missions here. Here we have the, the medal support campaign or whatever. Miraculous Awakening, one of every typing, no items, and then obviously the turn mission. Here we have the wish strip, kind of like missions and stuff like that. Okay, so these actually start... This starts at 11 a.m., and then this is 11 a.m. as well. So a lot of the celebration actually starts in 12 hours. Interesting. So 12 hours is when, celebration info and stuff like that typically goes up. But it's a lot of this stuff is actually going to go live in 12 hours. Okay. Sure. Timings are definitely very odd and different for Tanabata here. Use stamina, clear stages, use support memory, just kind of like basic mission stuff. Nothing really too crazy. Obviously, these tickets right here would be for the Tanabata banner on the 7th of July. It's always the 7th of July, which will have Beast Gohan, his return, as well as LR Broly's return. Broly seemingly very controversial lately. There's just a lot of talk about Broly on both sides, right? Going back and forth. But Broly, you could just generally expect that Broly is good, and Broly is a DOKKANFEST LR, and Broly is not a bad DOKKANFEST LR. I've seen people talking about skipping Broly on Global, and I don't see why you'd want to do that. He is still a DOKKANFEST LR. If I would tell you guys, summon for Broly or Carnival Blue Gogeta, I'd say Broly first. He's the DOKKANFEST LR. Then Gogeta second. Although the Carnival banners, they've improved, of course, but a lot of good reward stuff like that from the missions right there. There, of course, is Team Universe 7. Remember, they drop on July 2nd. Here's, of course, the missions to awaken a lot of the Universe 6 characters. We can take a look at them. We got Purunga Dragon Ball missions as well. Here, let's look at what these guys are doing. So, we've already seen Dispo, Team Universe 7, UI Goku. We have Hit, Piranel, and Cyanel or something like that, and then Champa. So, let's take a look at what we got from these boys. See if we have anything kind of good. Now, remember, these are all free-to-play characters, and they're not, easies or anything like that. So, the chances of these guys being good are not high. Because, especially, you look at this, 12, bro, Hit has 5,000 defense, man. It's just, yeah. Alright, so he gets 166% stats. He turns into orbs into rainbow. Okay. With a rainbow orb, he gets a guaranteed additional. That has a 66% chance to be a super. High chance to dodge. When his key is 12, he gets 166% attack and defense. And another 16% chance to dodge, huh? Now, that would have to... So he'd have to attack first. So that would get him the 66% chance to dodge. Like, once he attacks. Each time you attack, you get 66% attack and even starting the turn. It's like Rose. Like Rose's ability. It's a better version of it, but, I mean, obviously he's not... Rose's a Dokkanfest with way higher overall all-around stats, so... Who could attack way more. Every time a super happens, chance of dodging goes up another 6%. Now this is the separate proc, right? I believe this is just added. So he is at 66% right there. And then this is a separate proc. Although I might be getting this one mixed up. It might be a bunch of different separate dodge chances. If you dodge, you'll counterattack. So he has mastered UI Goku's ability. When you dodge, you counterattack. Wow, okay. We have a free-to-play character that has the Dokkanfest LR's ability. Medium chance to stun. I mean, you can't look at this and say this is bad. He's an orb changer. He's got a defensive mechanic with dodges and supers. In my head, I'm getting mixed up with this right now. I think it's going to be 50% chance to dodge. And then I think this and this would combine. So it's like every time he supers, it would get added to this. So you'd have the high chance to dodge, and then these two would be during the same phase, right? And then any hidden potential system dodge. It certainly could be worse. I mean, as a free-to-play character, right? Like, yeah. 30% defense 1 turn, supreme damage, 30% chance to stun. So maybe like Battlefield or something like that certainly could get some value there. Yeah, I mean, he's free to play, so understand he's not going to be, like, that mega good. But, like, this is a good kit. I mean, for sure. All right, so Universe 6 Namekians. For each ally in Universe 6 or the Namekian category, whichever one has the most characters on the team, they get 1 key and 50% attack and defense for each. Okay. They get 100% attack and defense on attack. There's a Universe 6 ally on the rotation. A guaranteed additional with a 50% chance to be a super. If there is a Namekian category ally on rotation besides yourself, recover 10% HP at the end of the turn. Guard all attacks when all allies in Universe 6 are Namekian. I think that they just suck. 30% attack and defense for 1 turn, supreme, and then allies get 30% attack for 1 turn. They just seem bad. Just like your typical... I mean, it is funny that it's like, you know, they have guard, which isn't activated in like the worst way ever. And it's like, yep, they're just bad. They're just not really good. I feel like these guys, like, I would have much rather these guys been the band unit than Dispo. Because we've already had Dispo characters. I mean, this is just like the free-to-play character, right? Like, these guys were kind of fun to me. I like Namekians. Yeah, it's just Hit seems like he's towering over them, right? For sure. And then we have Champa. 3 key, okay. High chance of 300% attack, high chance of 400% attack, medium chance of 500% attack, low chance of 600% attack, 50% defense for every key orb, and with 3 or more key orbs, 200% attack and defense. He sucks. Terrible. 50% attack for 1 turn, supreme damage, greatly lower enemy defense. Horrible. Absolutely god-awful. Maybe on the turn where you get the, like, if you get all of these to activate, you could get like a Twitter screenshot and go, free to play, by the way. But yeah, that's not really. They gotta, like, so like, okay, so check this out. Well, I mean, I guess I was gonna say, so like, this is fine, but you tack on a little bit of support, maybe like Universal Survival Saga support, super bosses, just like one of those things. But he does create rainbow orbs. I mean, that's, well, I was gonna say Team Universe 7, but they do want to be running pretty much a full Universe 7 team, but. Yeah, he is on Universal Survival Saga. Super bosses, Universe 6, Rapid Growth. Tournament participants, Space Traveling Warriors, Legendary Existence, Target Goku. This got to be Accelerated Battle. Yeah, Accelerated Battle. Okay. Hit seems interesting. I mean, yeah. Not bad. Maybe you can make an argument to give him a crit build to take advantage of this, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's dodge or die for him. He does orb change, though. Rainbow orb change. It's pretty good. That is an elite ability. I think, man, you just toss, like, Universal Survival Saga 2 key, 20% attack and defense on there, and we'd be looking real good. All right, well, that covers most of the stuff here. We will have celebration info. In about 12 hours, the celebration will officially begin. We'll have the EX mission against Supreme Battle Spectacle, UI Goku, and some of the stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, this guy is going to be a big gun. This right here, what you see, transformed tech, UI Goku right here, this is the pinnacle of the game right now. When this guy comes out, he's too busted. It's so crazy. The shit this guy's gonna do is just really nuts. I mean, he removes, with his domain, dodge canceling. It's so crazy. Nullifies and allows for dodge against guaranteed hit enemies. That shit is it's so nuts, dude. So we will see.